Please welcome back to my channel e-study. Today we will learn topological sort, which is one of the applications of depth first search. So let's start with the rule of topological sort. The main rule of topological sort is that if there is an edge from U to V, then the node U must come before V. For example, if a graph contains only two vertices where an edge start from x and end to y, then the topological sort of this graph will be x and y. Here x comes before the y. Now we should learn some steps of topological sort. To do the topological sort, the graph must be directed as well as acyclic. So here are two examples. The graph 1 and graph 2 both are directed graph. However, the graph 1 is not acyclic. Here is a cycle. However, in graph 2 is acyclic. There is no cycle here. So we can do the topological sort to the second graph. However, we cannot do the topological sort for the first graph. So let's see why. In steps 2, start with a list of nodes within degree 0. Now we should write the in degree of every vertices. For vertex A, there is no incoming edge, so it's in degree 0. For vertex C, there is only one incoming edge from A, so it's in degree 1. In vertex B, there is two incoming edges from A to B and E to B, so it's incoming edge 2. For vertex D, there is only one incoming edge, so it's in degree 1. For vertex E, there is two incoming edge, so it's in degree 2. We should start with the nodes in degree 0. So here the node A has in degree 0. So in our topological sort, we should start from A. Now mark all the outgoing edges are deleted. So we should delete all the outgoing edges from A. Then in step 4, update in degree of the destinations of these edges. So the destination from A is C and B. So we should update the in degree in the vertex C and B. So it drops to 0 and in B it drops to 1. In steps 5, if any drops to 0, add to the list. So we can say that we can see that C drops to 0, so we should add C in the list. Now we should follow the same pattern. Delete the outgoing edge, so the E drops to 1. Now look at this graph. Here the vertex B has in degree 1, T has 1 and E has 1. So there is no vertex with 0 in degree, so we cannot do further. That's why we cannot do the topological sort in cyclic graph. On the other hand, if we do the topological sort in the second graph, here the in degree 0, here is 1, here is 1, here is 2 and here is 2. Now we should start from in degree 0, that is A. Delete the outgoing edges, so C drops to 0 and B drops to 1. So add C as it's in degree 0. Now the outgoing edge is deleted, so E drops to 0. Now select E in the list and delete the outgoing edges for E. So the B drops to 0 and D drops to 1. Now the B drops to 0, so we can add B in the list and delete the outgoing edges. So D drops to 0, so we can add D in the list. So this is the topological sorting order. So the topological sorting is nothing but list of nodes or order of nodes. And we can do it when the graph is directed as well as acyclic. Let's see another example. Here the graph already contains the integrity of every vertices. For E, there is 2 incoming S, that's why its integrity is 2. However, for J, there is no incoming S, that's why its integrity is 0. So we should start from the nodes with integrity 0. Here, integrity 0 for J, G, and T. We want to do the topological sort according to the alphabetic order. So we should start from D as the vertex D comes before Z and J in alphabetic order. So we start from D. Now we should delete the all outgoing edges and update the destinations in degree. So E drops to 1, I drops to 1, H drops to 1, and C drops to 2. Now we have 0 in J, G, and J. So G comes before J, so we should start from G and delete the outgoing edges. So A drops to 0, B drops to 1, and C drops to 1. Now we should start from A as it comes before J. So here we take A in the list and delete the outgoing edges. So F drops to 0 and B drops to 0. Now we should add B in the list as it comes before the F and J. So here is B. From B we delete the outgoing edges. So H drop to 0. Now F, H, and J. F's come before the H and J. So we should start from F or add F in the list, and there is no outgoing S, so we cannot update anything. Then next we should add H in the list as it comes before J. There is no outgoing edge, so we cannot update any integrity for the vertices. Then we have only one vertex with integrity 0, that is J. We add J in the list and update and delete its outgoing edge and update its destination. So the E drops to 0, so we must add E in our list. Again, delete the outgoing edge, so I drops to 0, so we must add I in our list and delete the outgoing edge, so C drops to 0, so we must add C in our list. So this is the topological sort. So the topological sort is just the order of vertices, or we can say that it's a list of vertices. Now here is the order. We should arrange in order the vertices, then we just give the connection. We know from D there is 4 connections: C, H, I, and E. So here from D, here is H, E, I, and C. Let's see from A. There is 2 connections, F and B. So A, here is B, and here is A. So we just need to draw the connection, that's it. I think all of you understand the topological sort clearly. Let's say another example. The topological sort is not unique because the following all are possible topological sort for this graph. So if we here the integrity for 1 is 0, and for 3 is 1, and for 5 is 1, and 2 is 1. For 4 is 1, 6 is 1, for 7 is 3. So when we select 1 in every case, 3 drops to 0, 5 drops to 0, and 2 drops to 0. So we can take any one, either 2 or 3 or 5. All are correct results. That's why we can take in the second step 2, whereas we can take 3 as well as 5. So all are topological sort. That's why the topological sort is not unique. all the sorts are correct regions. I hope you understand clearly the topological sort. Now pause the video and try yourself. Can you find the topological order of the following graphs? Here is graph 1 and here is graph 2. If you cannot find, why you cannot find, just write your answer in the comments box. I will reply shortly. Still, if you have any question, please leave your question in the comments box. I will try to answer all of your queries shortly. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, comment and subscribe my channel.